Local breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
Continuing News 4 coverage of breaking news out of Greenville, the police chief giving updates on the Tario Anderson case.
Tario is the autistic man who was shocked with a taser and put in handcuffs last week. A neighbor recorded the cell phone video of that arrest. WYFF News 4's Liz Loheis is live and local at City Hall.
Liz,
Michael and Carol, tonight the chief took the podium here in City Hall to clear up what he calls misinformation about the arrest of Tario Anderson. Ken Miller says that community groups have said the 34-year-old was shocked with a taser 5 or 6 times during the arrest. He says that is not true. He says that he has checked discharge information from the officers on the scene and found only one taser was used, and it was used twice in a 27-second window. There were also allegations that Tario was lying naked in the street while he was being handcuffed. Officers say, according to witnesses, Tario's pants did come down briefly, but only because they were loose.
He was wearing loose sweatpants, baggy sweatpants. She did tell us that the officers lifted his pants as quick as they could stand him up and get him up. So our officers made every effort to treat him with dignity and respect and not to treat him with indignity.
Carolina Autism Society for better training of police officers. Chief Miller says the department is looking into making some changes. He says though Tario's behavior that night was consistent with someone who is autistic, he says running away and putting hands in your pocket is also characteristics of someone who has committed a crime. Now, we have reached out to the community group that called for the suspension of the officers involved in this arrest. We'll be talking to someone from that group in just a little while, and we'll bring you the very latest on this story coming up tonight at 11. Liz Loheis, WYFF News 4, live in Greenville.
Thank you, Liz. Of course, we'll have updates on our website, WYFF4.com. You can also pull it up on our mobile app. And as Liz mentioned, we'll have the latest on WYFF News 4 at 11.
Now to Spartanburg County, where a deputy says someone shot at him this morning. Deputies and SWAT soon came to Williams and Textile Streets. WYFF News 4's Allie Miles was there as the story developed.
This is what deputies and the SWAT team came across at 1 a.m. after a deputy called saying someone shot at him while he responded to a call about a stabbing.
When the officer arrived on scene, there were a few people here, and a shot rang out that came from the residence, he believed.
But still, hours later, deputies continued to search the perimeter in the daylight, searching for more clues. The deputy was uninjured, and the victim of the stabbing was taken to the hospital. Members of the sheriff's office then searched in and outside the home for hours.
Next step is we continue with the investigation, and it may go on for the remainder of the night. We're going to hold the scene, process it best we can, wait till daylight, and we're going to go from there.
But still, hours later, deputies continued to search the perimeter in the daylight, searching for more clues. Norman Hughes has worked across the street from the home for years. He says the people in the home stick to themselves.
No, I don't know anything about those people. You know, I see them, but other than that, nothing out of the ordinary.
Hughes calls the area safe and says he's never felt unsafe coming to work.
Surprised, you know, that something went down over there like that.
Allie Miles, WYFF News 4 in Spartanburg County.
And the sheriff's office there says it can't release any more information right now because it's an ongoing investigation.
We now know the name of the woman shot and killed in Oconee County on New Year's Day. The coroner tells us 54-year-old Kathy Owens was shot at a home on Qualls Hill Drive in Westminster. An autopsy is set for Sunday. Today, Newberry police released the incident report on a 3-year-old's death. Police say Gabriel McCardle was with his mother and her boyfriend when he died. Thea McCardle and Richard Bowman are charged with homicide by child abuse. The report makes references to several bumps, bruises, and injuries. The coroner also says something unknown incapacitated the child to where he could not expel vomit. Police say the child was severely injured to the point of death. Investigators say McCardle and Bowman were in Newberry County with the child, responding to an online request for a female escort.
The upstate music community is coming together for one of their own tonight. This goes back to that deadly fire at the Southern Pines apartment complex in December. Members of the metal and hardcore band Affirmative Insanity lost everything they owned in the fire, including their music equipment. But tonight, some other bands are holding a benefit concert to help the band get back on its feet.
Somebody too, and then people are going to look back and remember that, you know, that dude helped me, we should help him. we should come together for him.
The benefit show for Affirmative Insanity is tonight, 8 o'clock at Ground Zero. That's on Howard Street in Spartanburg. The show will showcase several local metal and hardcore bands. Doors open at 7. Admission is $7, and all the proceeds will go to the members of Affirmative Insanity.
An upstate lawmaker says the public has a right to know how someone died. Senator Larry Martin plans to introduce a bill making autopsy reports accessible to the public after the state Supreme Court ruled otherwise last year. WYFF News 4's Tim Waller explains.
Carol, last summer, the state's highest court ruled autopsy reports are not public record. But Martin says it's the public's right to know to put an end to what he calls wild speculation.
When the body of Clemson student Tucker Hips was found in the water beneath a bridge, the coroner said Hips died from a head injury consistent with a fall, but no autopsy was released. In an email to the news media, the coroner cited the recent state Supreme Court ruling, saying autopsies are considered personal information. He refused to release Hips' autopsy, a decision that would change under a bill by Senator Larry Martin.
The cause of death needs to be known as promptly as possible, because that's just the day and the age in which we live, that people want to know.
Martin says his bill has nothing to do with the Tucker Hips case, nor is it intended to interfere with police investigations. But Martin says withholding or delaying autopsy reports leads to too much speculation.
And if it's a public official or if it's a police officer involved situation, the public really is fixated on that, and they need to know what the underlying cause of death is in order to, prevent the wild speculation that oftentimes occurs.
In the case of Tucker Hips, there has been plenty of that, and no autopsy released more than 3 months after his death.
Martin will introduce his bill when the legislature convenes 1 week from Tuesday. Carol?
Thanks, Tim. Another bill that could work its way through the state legislature deals with military benefits. Several bills have been introduced in the House and Senate. Supporters want to get rid of the state's income tax on military retirement benefits. Past estimates put the cost for ending that tax at about $22 million. However, supporters believe that ending the tax would benefit taxpayers because more military retirees would come to the state and boost the economy.